listening to Blue Collar Takes with your hosts, Pat and Ben.
Welcome back, everybody. Pat, what's going on?
Not a lot. It's been a while.
It has been a little while. Yes, that is very accurate. Again, not much has happened.
No, nothing ever happens.
No, it's very boring. There's not a whole lot of shit we've missed.
Mm-hmm.
Where do we even, we're so bad at this. There's been so much. We have the most inopportune times to go radio silent. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, it sucks because we work exact opposite shifts.
Yeah.
So not only are you working my days off, but you're also opposite schedule. So like when you're on days, I'm on nights.
Right. Yeah.
It just sucks.
It got even harder. So
yeah.
Yes, but let's get into it, man. What do you want to what shall we talk about first?
Well, I think we got to talk about Iran.
Yep. Okay.
Sorry, I just spilled water all over my laptop.
That's always a positive. Yeah.
It's fine. It's waterproof, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure now it's just going to act like every other fucking laptop at work, so it's good. Don't worry about it.
I just wrecked my wife's laptop after wrecking mine. No big deal.
So Iran, we kind of talked about it, I think, before in the last one, that it was possible that he was going to hit Iran hard. We talked about kind of global impacts and stuff, and we talked, there's a lot of conspiracy out there about Israel's calling the shots and Trump's just an Israelite and he's doing all these things, and I don't believe that. I think maybe there's a little bit of truth in that. Maybe there's not. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck's going on anymore, but I do know the tactical mindset behind this Iran thing. And I think most people who are looking at this from a point of national interest kind of understand it, but then I think if you're looking at it through the lens of conspiracy, because our government, if nothing else, you should always trust our government. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, they never lie. They always tell the truth. Very reputable. Both Republicans and Democrats, like, they are truth tellers. They're the bringers of light. You know what I mean?
Truth tellers.
So, I don't know why anybody would ever come at anything from a point of conspiracy, because it's not like our government's ever done anything bad ever before.
Mm-hmm.
But I look at it and I kind of see things differently, man. Like, I don't know. Everything I do, I have to come from like the tactical side, right? Like, I have to come from like looking at numbers and combat and like supply lines and, like, how big is the country? How powerful is the country? How wealthy is the country? What does it have military, with its military? And obviously this whole Iran thing was all about China. I mean, that's...
Yeah, I think you and I are pretty on the same page with this.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at China outnumbers us, I can't remember the numbers, but it's like a 10-1, deficit between, them and us with ships. And we're not talking like little ships. We're talking like aircraft carriers. We're talking destroyers. We're talking guided missile destroyers. We're talking subs. We're talking fast attack boats. I mean, we're talking every kind of ship you can freaking have.
It's like
a 10-1, right?
Mm-hmm.
And their tech is now it's just as good as ours, because they've stole ours for the last 65 years. And their military, they outnumber us probably 100-1 in the soldier category.
I would think so. Is there a requirement there?
If in China?
Yeah.
I don't know
how like some of
is.
the European countries you have to like serve so long when you turn 18.
I don't know.
Finland is that way.
Yeah, there's a few. There's quite a few actually, but I don't know if it is a mandatory. It might be, but I know that they can field a 10 million man army, and we can't even field a million. So, I know that if you pay attention to the little tiny moves that Trump is making and Hegseth is making, it tells the bigger story, right? Like they raised the recruitment age to 42. That used to be 35. So now, like, you can join the military at 42 years old. That's what they do before a war, a big war, not a small war, a big war. And they do that because that's increases your draft numbers. And so when you see these little things, like we talked about it, how before when he went and got Maduro and how we knew that now China wasn't going to be able to get oil out of Venezuela, and that was going to weaken China a little bit. Well, then he goes to Iran and hits the other side, and the only thing that's left is Cuba. He's waiting to hit Cuba as well. And to me, that's what it is, right? China has basically said, Xi Jinping's basically said he's got to do something before 2030. He knows that. They're aging out. Their workforce is aging out. The man-to-woman ratio is like 6-to-1 or 6-to-2 or something like that in China. It's insane because of the one-child birth policies for so long, right? So it's insane. His workforce is old. His military is old. He's got to do something soon if they want to be a world power. And the only thing you can do is gain more land with more people that are, breedable. So they need more women. That's what they need, right?
Yeah.
So he's trying to unify the Koreas. He's trying to take them back. He's trying to take basically Asia and make it Chinese, because at the end of the day, that's what the Chinese believe, that they're the prominent race of the region, right? And so, I mean, it's real weird because when Xi says all these things and then he starts building and saying, hey, prepare for war by 2028. We don't know if he's talking about Taiwan. We assume he's talking about Taiwan because that's the first step, take Taiwan, then take the Koreas, and then take those are the first steps that he'll do, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we don't know if he's talking about us or not because he knows that we're going to have to respond. We just can't let him start taking shit. So he knows at some point we're going to be locked into a war. So what Xi was doing was very smart. For the last 3 or 4 years, he's been building island Air Force bases, building islands in the middle of the ocean. So he can have jump-off points to get to all these places with his planes and his ships. He's putting harbors in. And at the same time, he's building a strategic reserve of petroleum for fuel refinery so that he has enough to, propel this massive machine that he has of a military forward. And the reality is, we can't go there right now with the way our military is and have a decisive victory in China. We can't. It's just not possible right now.
Too many people.
There's too many people. They have too much tech.
The tech is incredible. I mean, we've shared that from the get-go, right? Like
right.
The dog with the gun on it and the sight systems. And
the AI sighting and they have millions of drones. I mean, they fucking invented the drone pretty much.
They have a drone ship that carries
the mother load or the mothership. Like we can't do it. We can't go there and fight them. So I think what Trump has done is smartly, he's like, okay, well, we can't let them have these massive amounts of reserves, right? We know there's unrest within Xi's own military movement and within China. We know that there's a growing pushback against the Chinese government. We've seen that. And so within China, not in the world community, the rest of the world seems to be perfectly fine continue to prop up China with, buying their cheap shit. But I think Trump only had two options. You sit back and wait and maybe nothing happens, or you cut the supply lines now before they can be built, right? A military can't move if it doesn't have fuel to move. The planes can't travel if they, planes burn a shitload of fuel, so they can't hit targets farther away unless they have the resources to do so. And so Trump realizes by cutting the oil pipeline, first it was Nord Stream, right? Nord Stream went down, and that was Russia's way to get fuel wherever. Then we said, we didn't do it. Well, now it looks like maybe it's possible that we did do it to disrupt.
No way.
Right? Maybe. I don't know. It's really weird. And now you look at Venezuela goes, and then you have Iran goes, and now you have Cuba, which Trump has said, you're next. And basically what Trump is saying to the Cuban government is, because right now, I don't know if people know this or not, but all of the Cuban infrastructure for oil offshore is run by Chinese companies. They're taking all that oil, and they've worked out deals. They're propping Cuba up with a little bit of food and resources, and that's about it. Enough to make Cuba keep coming back, right?
Right.
So now that's why Trump's saying Cuba's next. So when you look at the geopolitical aspects of this, and I know there's people out there that are going to be like, no, bro, like Trump's sold out. I don't know. The reality is none of us know that for real. You know what I mean? Like I don't care who you are. You don't know. You have an idea. You have an opinion, just like I do.
Sure.
And but you got to look at the facts, man. You got to look at what's in front of us and who our enemies are. And like I'm not saying Israel at some point isn't going to be an enemy, because they are fucking heavy-handed and just disgusting with some of the shit they do. I mean, like just look no further than Gaza. What they did to Gaza was absolutely it's inexcusable.
To this day, it's still looking at that drone footage. It's just like, even I've seen it 100 times. And
how do you think
incredible.
This is okay? How do you think it's okay? You know what I mean? Like I don't know. But at the end of the day, I got to look out for American interests. You know what I mean? Like I'm looking at it from the tactical aspect of what's the benefit if you're Trump of taking out Iran and just take Israel out of the equation. Sure, there's a mutual benefit for Israel to get rid of Iran too, because it secures Israel. And if you looked at the Israeli soldiers, which I don't like, they're wearing patches that return Israel to the greater biblical, I guess pre-Bible, landmass that they want. They want all of that area over there. And the soldiers are wearing it on their shoulder, which is like New Israel or whatever. And it's like all those countries that are over there. So there's a lot of people that are like, this is the conspiracy. These fuckers are wearing it on their uniform, and they're saying what they're doing, but I don't know if it's like, it's a mutual thing because we can't afford to be in a war with China because they're going to decimate us. And Trump know, like, hey man, like Israel's propped up by our dollars, the $4 billion a year or so, or whatever it is, $5 billion a year, $400 billion, whatever it is. I don't know the number, but it's billions of dollars a year. And I wonder if it's one of those where Trump's like, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. You know what I mean? We can't afford China to be getting cheap oil from Venezuela and Iran anymore. Because, listen, I get it. It seems shady, the shit that Trump is doing. But also, like, the people that listen to this podcast, your ass can't fight in a war. I'm sorry. You can't. You know what I mean? Like, your ass ain't picking up a rifle and going to war. It's just not going to happen. It's the 18-year-old kids. It's our kids that are going to end up fighting this war, in the next 20, 30 years. And it's going to be like population reducing times 10. I mean, it'll be bad. So I think he just really only had one choice. They had one option, and that was, hey, cut the supply lines now, and hopefully we can make all these deals. And you see, like, Iran is doing everything they can to keep the Strait closed, right? The Strait of Hormuz closed, because they know everybody else needs that oil, and that's the only tactical leverage they have left. That's the only thing they have. They don't own the skies. They don't fucking own the ground anymore. I mean, between us and Israel, we've obliterated every armed force they have. Which they still have equipment that comes out of hiding every now and again, and they're still hitting ships and doing stupid shit. They still have a few missiles here and there, but also they're still letting Chinese oil tankers come in. And so China's coming in, and that's why Trump has done the blockade of the ports, right? He didn't do the, open the strait because he doesn't give a fuck about Europe, and that's the other half. We don't get our oil from over there. That's not where our oil comes from. It doesn't come from the Strait of Hormuz, right? It goes the other way. So, and we're producing most of our own oil now, which is insane when you think about it. But when you look at what's going on now, it's like Trump's basically said to all of Europe, like, hey, you know what? You open the fucking strait. We're not doing this for you. We're doing this for us. We're going to stop China from getting oil from Iran. The rest of you, if you want the fucking strait open, go ahead and do it yourself. And it's something that's really eye-opening. I started doing some research. Great Britain, the United Kingdom. Just guess how many ships right now they have in their navy total.
Oh, it's an absurdly low number.
Yep.
Is it a dozen?
Nope, they have like maybe in the 70s.
Oh,
but
it's that many?
It's a dozen that are actually active,
Right. Okay. Okay.
including subs.
Yeah.
They have like 7 submarines, and only one of the 7 isn't in dry dock right now getting worked on. And it's like that. They have 1 aircraft carrier. They have 1 freaking destroyer. Like they couldn't do anything right now to respond in a fight. They would be absolutely destroyed. And that's they're part of NATO, right?
Mm-hmm.
And France is similar, and all these other countries they're very similar that are part of NATO. And that's what Trump is kind of pointing out right now. He's like, if you motherfuckers want your oil, hey, come take it. I bet you can't.
Yeah, because what was it? They were like 6 weeks away from being out of jet fuel in Europe.
Yes. And so now you have Keir Starmer and you have Emmanuel Macron getting together, and they're like, okay, we're going to go secure the Strait of Hormuz. We're on our way. With what? Your 6 ships?
Well, it's going to take 50 countries to end up doing that.
Yes. And look, the United States could do it by themselves with the help of Israel for air support. We could do it by ourselves. But what I see unfolding now is like Trump, that was a power move. This is Trump telling the old guard. This is Trump telling the World Bank families of Europe, like, we're not controlled by you anymore.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people are going to be like, yeah, but he's just kowtowing to the frickin' Israelis, who they're the other side of this. And I think that might be true. There's truth to that. I mean, there might be something to that. Or maybe that's not what's happening and you're just wrong.
I think I definitely think that you can see a little bit of that. However, Israel wants him to finish the job in Iran, and he won't do it. Like, he's not going to do it. He wants the diplomatic out. So I think it's weird to say, like, he's buddies with Netanyahu, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, he is doing what he wants up to a point, and then he's clearly going his own way at this part, because Israel is 100% just finish it. Take the rest of Iran out.
Right.
But he is not doing that.
And that's kind of why I think that what we're seeing with Trump right now is the art of the deal.
Mm-hmm.
He leverages what he can to get what he wants. And that's a businessman. That's what he does, right? So he's using Israel as a junkyard dog because he wasn't going to go hit, Lebanon or any of these other places. Israel doesn't give a fuck. They will.
Yeah.
He wanted to have support and the intel that they had over there because Israel's probably got the greatest intel apparatus on the planet. The dirty shit and underhanded tactics they do to get it that's a different different thing. But
that's another conversation.
Right. But at the same time, like I think he's using them. And a long time ago, back in the first Trump administration, I don't know if you remember the whole QAnon Q board thing where there was all that going around. And one of the things I remember in that whole thing that everybody's like, yeah, that's not true. Like, no way, whatever. It kept saying in there, Israel will be dealt with last.
Mm-hmm.
They know Israel's corrupt. Like, and I do believe that whole Anon bullshit was somebody inside. I don't think it was like a dude in the basement. You just don't get the access that whoever that was posting has. And it seemed to me like it was dead drops at the time, like declassifying information, dropping classified information without having to go through a declassification process by giving you bits and pieces. But it's very strange. But I mean, if you believe that stuff, and I don't know what I believe anymore, like it's possible that Israel's for last. And so he is using them. He is getting what he wants, playing out the art of the deal, and he's going that route. But at the end of the day, it doesn't fucking matter how he's doing it or who he's doing it or who's benefiting from it, because if we don't do it, our kids are going to be slaughtered in a war with fucking China in 5-10 years. Xi Jinping has said it. They have an entire desert with mock-ups of U.S. aircraft carriers and ships, and they're doing bombing runs on them, high-altitude bombing runs. They're tracking, they're planning, they're creating all this tech just to beat us. They've hacked into our frickin' our electricity, or our distribution networks and our grid. They've hacked into our water plants. I mean, they've hacked into so many things that China, when they finally do this, they're all in, man. They're going to be, or wants to be, the last world power that we'll ever know, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't think he has a choice. So I honestly, like, at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck if it benefits Israel that he's in there pushing Iran shit in. You have to weaken China, and we can't go straight at China and do it that way. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because that is nobody wants that war. And there's so much ugly with this whole thing with Iran because the war hawks are getting what they want. Lindsey Graham has had a little tiny, chubby for the last frickin', 30 whatever days, 40 days or whatever it's been, right? Like he's happy as a pig in shit right now. He's giddy and gloating and standing right next to Trump with that fake ass smile that you just want to slap right off his fucking face. So all those dudes, they're like, oh yeah, look, we're making money again. All of our freaking people that, campaign donate to us and all this bullshit, they're all happy. And I don't think right now Trump gives a fuck. Trump's like, listen, we have no fucking choice. We have no choice. Like it has to be done. And there's going to be so many naysayers for me saying that. And I just, at the back of my mind, I'm like, dude, you have no idea what you're fucking talking about. We don't know what the intel they have is. We don't have the internal communications that they're stealing out of China, the signals or the cables they're getting out of China. We don't have that. You have no fucking clue. It's just an opinion. And some of that opinion, like, we've got a buddy who's pretty much fucking spot on with, like, calling out the evil and sees it. And he's kind of woken my ass up to a lot of the stuff. And I'm like, yeah, dude, you're not wrong. You're not. He's definitely not wrong. But then some of the other people we deal with that are just like insane with some of the stuff they say, I'm just like, dude, you got to understand, bro. Like, there's a tactics portion to this too. You know what I mean? And it's shitty we're even having to have this conversation, but that's what happens when your government's ineffective and shady and corrupt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is where we're getting with our government, right? So now people just don't trust I don't trust them. I don't fucking, like, I maybe.
Why would you at this point?
Right. Like I could never, if the Trump admin was like somehow got to do a third term, they got to run again, I wouldn't vote for him.
Yeah. No, neither would I.
I would sit this one out. Like, if my choices came down between like Trump and Kamala, I'd be like, God damn it. Like, what?
It'd be hard to sit out, but I think I'd be voting for a third party.
I would too. I think a lot of America would at this point. You know what I mean?
If there was a real decent third party candidate.
Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'd be forced to if I could get a constitutionalist in there, or, something like that. I'd be more apt to just go that route. But I also can't, like, I can't understand the thought process of, like, just give up. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of the people are just they're done. They don't want to do this. He shot himself in the foot for midterms. They're going to get shellacked in midterms unless they get the restructuring. If they can do that, the redistricting.
We'll see. That Supreme Court case is supposed to be ruled on, but they're saying that the liberals on the court are
they're dragging their feet. Yeah, they're dragging their feet.
They're slow walking it so that it's too late.
Yeah, that's exactly what they'll do. They'll drag out the dissent until after. And then it just doesn't make any sense. But it doesn't matter. I mean, Trump's he's doing whatever the fuck he wants, wherever he wants anyways. Mm-hmm. And I'm not sure. I'm not sure what we're going to have left of government after this 4 years, to be honest, at this rate. Like, the biggest mistake this administration made was the redactions on the Epstein files. You know what I mean?
Yeah, oh yeah, 100%.
And it's just gone downhill from there. So I don't know. That's where I'm at right now. Like, I get it. The Iran thing, I understand it. There's going to be casualties. Like, I talked with my mom, and she's like, well, what do you think about this whole Iran war thing? And she just doesn't understand it. She's like, well, American soldiers are dying. And I was like, yeah, that's what happens.
Yeah.
It's a war, and that's what happens in war. And she's like, well, I just don't like that. And I'm like, well, I did 5 years of that, and You might not have liked it then either, but it was still a war, and we had way more casualties than this war. This can't even compare to the shit that we saw. You know what I mean? Because this is all aerial
like,
and sea with a
like
couple.
13, right?
Yeah,
So far.
yeah. Most of those were in other countries that were getting hit with missiles and rockets and shit.
Right, there are bases that got hit.
Mm-hmm. But I don't know. It's really fucked up. I mean, we've seen a lot of awesome things come out of this war, like the pilot that got shot down, right? The 2 pilots that were rescued. That was fucking insane.
Yeah, the misinformation campaign the CIA did.
Mm-hmm.
Just all that shit, like the ghost murmur.
Yep.
Fucking
Finding
tracking your heartbeat 40 miles away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, building a base on Iranian soil for an airfield, landing planes there.
There was a tanker.
Yeah, the KC-130 that they blew up on the runway.
Yeah,
it sunk into the ground.
It sunk into the sand, so they just blasted it.
Yep. I mean,
but I heard that they waited for the Iranians to get there.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Then they detonated once the people got inside and started stripping it.
Yeah, they were looking for intel, of course, and they waited until they could barbecue a few.
Yeah,
and
they did.
And they did. Yeah,
they did.
That would have been a quick way to go.
There was not a piece of that plane that was bigger than a loaf of bread.
No. I mean, it burnt completely to the ground. Well, that's how you know it's a KC-130 too, because I mean, it's holding however many tons of fuel.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's some cool shit that's happened out of this. We've gotten to see some crazy tech, and we've gotten to realize that maybe our apparatus from our intel agencies are a lot more capable than we thought. Well, also terrifying.
Yeah, and Vance saying that, like, what was it when he went to right before he went to the talks, and he said something about we have capabilities no one's seen yet. Yeah. Still, after everything else that we just saw, that it. For sure.
I believe it. I mean, it's very obvious that what we've learned now with going in and getting Maduro. And then going and getting this, weapons operations officer back. I think we can pretty much do whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
We show up with planes that have the signature of a bird, right? Mm-hmm. On a cross-section on a radar of signature of a bird. They go fly over your battlefield unnoticed. They track every radio transmission you make and pinpoint all the targets for every other follow-on missile that's coming from 30 miles away.
Mm-hmm.
And out of nowhere, death rains down on you, and they absolutely fucking destroy you. And if that's not bad enough, your leaders are going to try to hide, but we can find you with a heartbeat sensor.
Right.
And then drop a fucking guided missile down within 3 inches of where we want it to go, and not have it detonate until it gets to an exact floor of the building you're on.
Mm-hmm.
And make sure you're liquefied.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's insane.
I don't know that there's any other country that can do that. China, maybe. I don't know. It's never been proven. That's the one thing we have.
Yeah.
The one thing we have going for us is our level of like cross-cutting training, right? Like how we learned how to call in airstrikes from the Air Force. We learned how to talk on targets. We learned how to do medevacs and shit like that. We had supply lines. Like, I don't know that China has that capability right now. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Yeah. I know that Russia doesn't. Russia sure as shit can't.
Russia has proven all that they can't do in Ukraine.
Exactly, right? And before Ukraine, I would have thought that Russia was damn near our equal.
Well, remember, it was supposed to be 3 days, and Ukraine was going to be done.
Toast, right?
Yeah. What was that, 4 years now?
Yeah. And all it took was some Javelin missiles and some TOW missiles to fucking stop it, right?
And then all those drones.
Yeah, and then the drones changed the landscape of warfare forever.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I imagine, like, I don't know how well China trains cross-training, like if their Navy can carry out strikes alongside of their Army, like outside of their special operations guys. I'm sure their special operations guys are probably fucking pretty squared away.
Yeah.
But their regular Army guys, I don't know, like, if they could call those in, where our regular Army could absolutely call that in. I just don't know. But even still, I don't know if that matters if you have 100-1 advantage. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or a 10-1 in planes or ships or whatever it is. I mean, I don't know if it matters. You know, especially when you can do the whole drone thing. So,
Well, yeah, I think now you're looking at the drones, what they're using to patrol the strait, you know, going after some of that stuff. They had those little drone ships that they were running around.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure. I'm not sure where that's at, if that's just sped up because of Ukraine, and if they've really got, or they're just using this situation to really test them and dial them in.
Well, I'm sure that's what we're doing for the U.S., right?
Right.
We're like,
yeah, that's what I meant.
we probably had never used them before. It requires training. It requires probably an entire MOS, military occupation, to even have a group that can use that or use those or whatever. And I think the whole world took notice of what was happening in Ukraine, right? And they're like, oh, fuck. Like, look at what these little ragtag army guys are doing with fucking drones to Russia, man. They're like, they're pushing their shit in and killing all of their real soldiers. Like it's nothing.
Yeah.
And definitely China took notice because they built that massive fucking drone fleet. I think they have was it like 20 million drones or some shit like that?
I have no idea.
It's insane. Like that mothership alone has like 1,000 drones on it or 10,000
Something
drones.
like that, yeah.
And
do a drone swarm with 1,000 drones?
Yeah. How do you can't survive that.
You
know what I mean?
No.
The only way is an EMP, but then you're killing everything.
You're killing everything in the
your tech
area.
too, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I don't know, man. It's pretty insane when you think about it, where things are and how crazy it has become or crazy it's gotten, I guess. And we like I said, we just can't afford. We can't afford, like, even if we hate Israel, even if Israel is the bad guy, even if Israel did level Gaza and murdered people in response to what happened to them, even if they are like the saying that, I'm sure you've seen the saying, it's like, it's not all of them, but it's always them.
Mm-hmm.
Even if that's true, even if they're the hand behind all the bad that's taken place, like, it doesn't matter. We still have to take China off the board, or a lot more Americans' kids, sons and daughters, are going to fucking die in combat. That's just the reality. Yeah. It's the reality. And if we don't do that now, if we don't let Trump handle it, well, he's doing it as softly as he can at the expense of a bunch of Iranian frickin', communists, basically, the Iranian regime. It's not communist, but I mean, might as well be. They're propped up and controlled by communists from all over.
Yeah.
If we don't let them do it now, I mean, that's exactly what's going to happen. And it's a bigger, bloodier war 5 years from now than it is right now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, I get it. I don't think Israel is a good country. I don't think their leadership of the Zionists are fucking pretty much Nazis of their own kind. And I don't support them whatsoever. But at the same time, my enemy, the friend of my what is it? The enemy of my enemy is my friend. That bullshit again. I mean,
yeah,
that's kind of where we're at, man. Like, do something now, or like, our kids are going to be fighting the war.
Yeah,
and that's unacceptable. So, I don't know. Outside of that, like, I don't even know what to say anymore. I have had this conversation with so many people recently because they are just hating on the fact that we're in Iran. It's a worthless war. We're just Israel's lapdog. We're just doing whatever the fucking Israelis want. But Netanyahu owns Trump because of the whole Epstein stuff and blah, 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 blah. Mm-hmm. And every time I'm just like, you guys just, how do you not see the bigger fucking picture? Like, how do you not get it? How do you not understand what's taking place? Like, go back 15 years and look what China has done, and then tell me that this is only about Israel owning Trump. And you can't. I mean, and if you try, I'm just gonna look at you and be like, dude, you're fucking retarded. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. Hard R. I'm sorry. I can't help you. Like,
yeah,
I can't. I understand what's taking place. I understand how this works. I understand supply lines. I understand the intricacies of all of this. I can't let somebody just sit there and be like, oh, it's all about this, it's all about that, and only that, and not see something else, because I can't. It can
Yeah.
be two things at once.
For sure. I think for sure it is. Like there's a little bit of we are kind of playing that role for Israel right now, but it's
Mm-hmm.
I guess maybe I want to believe that it's us using them and then we'll deal with it when but I don't know, man. I don't know.
I just had that conversation with Al, and I said the same exact thing, and Al's like, I don't know, man, and I'm like, I don't either, bro, but I gotta
Yeah.
hope. I gotta hope,
You gotta hope that's what it is.
and we might be wrong. Like
Yeah. We'll
He
find out.
he hasn't led me astray at all. He's spot on with about 99.999% of what he says. Well, he's waking me up to some crazy shit. We'll have to talk, like, not on here about it, but dude, there's some crazy shit that I've been looking into that we should cover at some point, but
Yeah.
just like blow your mind kind of shit. So I don't know. I suppose we're coming up to a break here, and then we'll
Yeah.
get into something else, huh?
All right.
Well, we're going into our first intermission. Welcome back again.
Yeah, here we are. One more, I guess.
Yeah,
This
one
time
more.
you're the one that's dead ass tired.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, yeah. It's fun being up at 3 and then sitting here on the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, it's not.
it's not at all.
Dude, I woke up this morning, though, and I got out to my truck, and, like, I was having a shit show of a day. Like, I forgot a bunch of shit. I had to keep going back in and out of the house.
Oh, I hate those days.
And I was like, man, this is going to be terrible today. And I look up, and it started snowing. And by the time I got my truck
What?
and I got to the end of my road, yeah, dude, it was a fucking blizzard.
Really?
Legit, like, I mean, none of the snow was sticking, but it was snowing so hard you could barely see the road in front of you. And I was like, what in the fuck is going on?
Yeah, what the
And then
fuck?
out of nowhere, it would just be gone. And it would just, like, stop. And then you'd go, like, a
Wild.
quarter mile down the road, and all of a sudden it was a blizzard again. And you're like, what? I'm like, what? How? It was like that all the way to work.
Neat.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was cool. 3
All
o'clock
right.
in the morning driving in a blizzard.
Yeah, that sounds like nothing better, actually. Yeah.
Well, take it away, man. Let's talk about some fraud. You got some deets.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of deets. I just want to bring up have you seen the Ilhan Omar thing?
oh,
about
my
her-
God, yes.
her
Her
net worth.
taxes.
Yeah. That there was a mistake. So she went from like having no money to being worth between 6 and 30 million.
Right.
And then all of a sudden now she said, "Oh, that's an error," after she's being investigated by everyone,
Weird.
right?
Now
'Cause
she only has
net worth
18,000.
Your net worth jumped up 30 million in a year. And now she claims that she has between $18,006 and like 92,000 or something
Yeah.
net worth.
Whatever.
Yeah. So there's that fraud.
Yeah.
There's the constant fraud out of California, right?
Yeah.
The 500 hospice they shut down, and Kennedy just said in his hearing the other day that they haven't gotten a single call about why payments have stopped to these 500 or 400 hospice centers.
Yeah.
Like,
Which,
all 400 were fraud then.
yes.
Right?
And they had like 100% survival rate.
Yeah. No one died.
No one died. It was hospice, bro. I'm sorry. That's
that's
not
not-
how that works.
Yeah. I'm glad that no one died, but that's not the point of hospice.
Yeah.
Hospice doesn't treat anyone. They just care for you.
They
like,
comfort you.
Yeah, it's comfort care. Yeah, so the survival rate was better than the hospitals
Right.
in
Wow.
hospice care.
You want that company.
Yeah,
Whoever that
hey,
is. Those nurses are amazing.
yeah, for sure. So then you have that. You have the new fraud task force that
Yep.
apparently JD Vance is in charge of.
Yeah.
I haven't really heard a lot about. Well, they put somebody else from the DOJ on it. Was that Todd Blanche?
Yeah.
But now he's acting, isn't he?
Yep. He's $350 million in 2 weeks worth of fraud from COVID related scams just in 2 weeks. And I mean, that's a drop in the bucket of what we already know, right? Just the feeding our future bullshit. And in Minnesota is more than, 10 times that. So
there, I'll have to look it up. Well, maybe you're talking here in a little bit. But there was a guy who pled guilty for that, the Feeding Our Futures, and they got immunity for
he got
Medicare fraud.
All the rest of his fraud.
Everything else. He got
Everything
immunity
else.
for any
Yep.
other charges that they
And he only got 6 years.
6 years. And
So-
it was
He had to pay back like 1.8 million, but they think he's got 6 to 12 million in other scams, but they gave him fucking immunity. But I'm guessing he's testifying against
he's got to
everybody
be
else.
testifying. I fucking
So-
hope so.
I hope so too. So I think that might be what's happening, but you don't know because it's Ellison, so who the fuck knows?
No, that's federal.
Oh, it was federal. I thought it was Minnesota.
Remember, Ellison took credit for it. Like, we're helping.
Yeah.
They literally did nothing. It was a federal task force.
That's right. Yeah. My personal favorite that I just saw the other day, Gavin Newsom's campaign bought 1/3 of his books.
Yes. No, wasn't it more than that? Wasn't it
It was
2/3?
I thought it was $6 million worth of books.
Yeah, but it was like most of the books sold.
Yeah. He put them on the New York Times bestseller list and Amazon's top seller list, and to try to basically they use campaign funds to be bots. You know what I mean? Like searching for them likes, and then they got other people to be like, "Oh, all these people are buying these books. I guess I'll buy some." But the fucking shady son of a bitch that guy is, like,
Yeah.
he bought his own books with his campaign funds, and the money goes to him. It's like, dude, that's a campaign finance oopsie right there. You know, probably shouldn't be allowed to do that, or you're not allowed to do it. So I can't imagine that that's gonna go over well.
Yeah.
There's so much, dude. Like, what else? There's so many stories.
Well,
Hold on.
the train, the California train that they
Yeah.
finally shut down.
Yeah, the bridges, the animal bridges that they're supposed to build over top of the high-speed trains.
Yes.
No bridges built, no track laid, no trains rolling, but however many billions they spent on it.
Mhm.
What was the bridge that just got hit by a boat last year or the year before, and it like caused that one vehicle to go in the water and they died or whatever? The people died, but the bridge is
was it the Key Bridge? Right?
yes,
In Baltimore?
Francis Scott Key Bridge. Yes,
Yeah.
that was supposed to be $4 million to fix that, or was it $4 billion? I think it's $4 million. $4 million to fix it, and now it's like 11 million, and it was supposed to be done
that's
by
gotta be
28.
billion. That's
Now
got
it's
to be billion.
It might be billion. Now it's not going to be done until 2030.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be
doesn't-
done by 28. So, and they're like, well, where'd the fucking money go? It's because people have to have studies to have studies to have studies. So, yeah, there's so much, dude. There's so much out there right now.
Mm-hmm.
I had more. What was the?
Jesus. So one of the guys from Feeding Our Future, I was trying to look up that thing, but one of the guys that he received 18 months for Feeding Our Future fraud,
Yeah.
that he hasn't been charged yet with autism fraud, but worth noting that he founded an autism center that has received at least 7 million in Medicaid money.
Unbelievable.
Like this is the guy, I guess the one local guy that's really been on all this is Lou Raguse from Care 11.
Yeah, he's all over it.
Yeah, he's not backing off of this at all.
No,
Yeah,
not even close.
it's good to see, but it's too late. Like,
Well, I mean, it's definitely. I mean, if you look at our debt, if this goes to all lower 48 or all 50 and territories involved, if there's this much fraud everywhere you look, I mean, that's where our national debt comes from. You know what I mean?
well, yeah. Here's another one that somebody posted about him. It said Lou Raguse from Care 11 published all of the MN Medicaid spending dollars
I saw
from
that.
at-risk for fraud programs going back to 2018. It totals 20 billion.
Yeah. Well, remember you sent me that thing the other day with all the list of all the. He ran down the list of all the programs
Yeah.
and how many increase there were between 2023 and 25.
Mm-hmm.
And then as soon as the investigation started, it dropped back down to pre-23.
yeah, yeah.
It's like, holy dude, it's so bad. It's so bad.
It was just so obvious.
Yeah, I mean, they're
All
not
you
even,
had to do is look at it. Like the scaling of the fraud did
Yeah.
not scale with the people who were sick.
No, and they didn't even try to hide it. It was
No.
just because nobody was holding anybody accountable. And
Of
they were all
course
getting
not. It was
kickbacks.
Allison and Walls.
Yeah, and kickbacks, I'm sure. So they're not. They have no
Well, it's,
care in the world.
It's like that in all the states that are run by liberals, right? California, Minnesota, you know, New York and Illinois. They've all got the same problem. That's why you can see all of them have the same fraud layout. They're
Yeah.
looking at hospices here. They're looking at hospices in California. Same
Right.
thing. Autism centers.
Yeah.
All of it.
Yeah, I don't know. Was it the USDA disqualified? I think it was 1,562 retailers for fraud, and they blocked over 835 million in fraudulent SNAP transactions.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, there was another one. I saw that. That was when did I see that? Hold on, let me pull it up. Yeah, U.S. Department of Agriculture and Food and Nutrition Services disqualified 1,562 retailers associated with the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP, and disabled 760 illegal point-of-sale devices since October 1st, resulting in $835 million of fraudulent SNAP transactions. And it's just like they're looking at all of it now. You know, that's a small number, but they're looking at all of it, right? They're catching this, and it's how fucked up is it to say that 835 million is a small number? You know, like, well, yeah, it is small when you compare it to the billions that came out of Minnesota or California or any of the other places. Frick, New York, for God's sakes. Even the bullshit that New York just pulled with FIFA, that's fucking ridiculous. I can't believe. Did you see that?
No.
So the previous group that was in charge in New York had agreed that transit to the soccer games would be free because everybody else pays $12 to ride the transit, to ride the metro.
Okay.
And so they said it'll be free. They left the office, new people came in, and they said, no, it's $150 for all the soccer fans to ride transit because they're going to make a bunch of money off it. And FIFA's like, whoa, what the fuck do you mean it's $150? We had an agreement with the previous council, who were Democrats, that this is what it was going to be because we're bringing in a fuck pile of business for you. And now you're going to try to say that it's like nobody can afford a $150 bus ride or, you know, subway ride to get to a goddamn soccer game. That's ridiculous. That's not going to happen. Well, Chuck Schumer just came out and just gouged FIFA and said, FIFA, you're disgusting. You should have to pay for all this. Pick up the tab for this. You pay for all the rides, blah, 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 blah. And FIFA's like, get fucked. Like, get absolutely fucked.
Yeah.
So now they're going to Trump with it, and we'll see what happens. Trump might be like,
he'll move the games.
yeah, he'll move it.
Yeah.
That's what he'll do.
That's 100%. That's what you should do. Send them to Florida and Texas and places that they can host games like that.
Yeah, that's what he's going to do. The FIFA's going to. That's what they're going to say. They're going to be like, we're not doing this. And again, it's just lost revenue for New York because of bad political leaders who are corrupt as fuck. Like, I got an idea. Let's gouge FIFA after we've already had a deal signed saying it was going to be free transit or whatever it was. You know.
Yeah.
It's just stupidity. I mean,
just ridiculous.
Just like Hochul, you know, she's doing the whole bullshit. She pushed out all the millionaires and billionaires out of New York, and now did you see her Bring 'em Back act?
Yes. Bring back your friends.
Yes. Like, holy balls, dude. These people are so inept, and they're so dirty. Like, it's so bad. So fucking bad. And I don't understand, like, believe me, I'm not saying Republicans are the answer to all problems, but Democrats sure as shit are the creators of most of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if it isn't something to do with war, it's got to be Democrat on the other side. That's all it is. we'll leave war strictly in the Republican camp. They start the shit and do stupid shit there. Everything else is fucking Democrat. All these fucking scams and schemes and beating Warren Buffett by 3,000 fucking % in the fucking stock market.
Well, that's everybody.
That's fucking, yeah, you're right. There is a lot of insider
everyone.
trading.
Yeah, that's everyone.
But the amount of shit coming out of the Democrats is unbelievable. It's just, it's insane. And I don't know. It's laughable. It's sad, I guess. But
well, I mean, completely predictable.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
Hey Pat, I got an idea. We're gonna make a system, all right? And we're not gonna have any guide rails on it. And what we're gonna do is take other people's money. And
you know what else we should do? We should get rid of the group that investigates fraud.
Oh, why would we? Yeah, we don't need them.
No, that's a waste of money.
It's a waste of money. Like, let's
Nobody's
totally
gonna commit fraud.
We will have, nobody. And hey, you know what else? Let's make sure all the paychecks go out, and you can't question. The guys who send the paychecks that are supposed to look into stuff, we'll make sure they just send it out.
Yeah.
And no fraud there. I mean, like,
obviously.
And nobody will ever accuse anybody of fraud if that's taking place.
No.
It's laughable, but it's almost like this. It should be like a sitcom, like a funny sitcom at this point of
like
how big of a
almost
joke
like The
we are.
Office.
Yes.
Like an Office version of running fucking government.
Yes. I mean,
payments.
A simple thing of like the Ilhan Omar thing, like, oh, it was just clear. I just didn't take the time to read my freaking disclosures. It was a simple mistake. I just signed them before I read them and verified it was my accountant's fault. Right?
Even her explanation. Well, the husband only owns a third. Okay. Well, then $10 million, not 95,000, right? So if you're just doing a third, you're between $2 and $10 million, not 95,000.
That's 33% of the company, Ilhan. Mathing for you is not working out well.
Just unbelievable.
It's so bad. They're so dumb. And on the top of that, the fraud is so over the top. And they don't even know what the fuck to do except for continue to be them, right? Like, go hard in the paint, I guess.
Well, yeah, so I'll try to find it. Before I get off of it, that going back to that guy that they can't prosecute anymore, for other things, he received $36 million from Medicaid.
Yeah, and he also not just Medicaid
charged for that now.
No, and he also had one of those transportation companies.
Yeah,
and he had a learning center, a Leering Center.
Leering Center.
He had a Leering, not the Leering Center, but another one of the Leering Centers.
Yeah.
And then what else did I see? What state was it that just did the prevent? What was it, Nick?
California. They're trying to pass a bill. It's a $50,000 fine for them if they post videos and the company wants you to take it down. What?
Yeah,
like
you can't investigate anymore.
Yeah.
What is it? What's Nick's last name? It's
That'll
Nick,
be Shirley.
Nick Shirley. Yeah, prevent Nick Shirley is the name of the bill.
Yeah.
Or the Stop Nick Shirley bill is what the name of the bill is. Mm-hmm. It's like, what are you? So there can be no oversight. There can be no public questioning of anything anymore because you're going to get fined to death for it, right? So now you're just making sure that these people can shut you down and sue you for defamation or whatever they're going to put in the bill because that's their gravy train. They're not getting kickbacks anymore because it's all being found. So they got to figure out how to stop it. The media is not going to go look at it until Nick Shirley shows up, right? And it becomes a freaking, a viral moment when he goes in and finds a Leering Center that nobody's there because the kids show up at 9:00 at night, apparently. So they have no recourse. It's like you stopped our gravy train with the USAID. So all our friends that were taking freaking money out of that with transgender bullfrog studies for $15-20 million, and they're giving us kickbacks. They're gone now. So you took that away. You took away all the other Doge cuts that you made, which was kind of how they were hanging on, their strap hanging on that. And now all of a sudden you took away the outright fraud through the government programs. Well, that's not going to stand. We got to do something to stop that. Oh, I know. Let's make a bill where we fucking penalize independent journalists from going in and doing things like journalism.
Yeah.
Something protected. You can't constitutionally protected. You're fined for it because, like fraud. That's why, can't let that happen. And I think what was the excuse? It was It creates an unsafe environment for BIPOC people or people of color.
Well, of course it was
some shit like that.
Yeah.
Something ridiculous, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on, man. This is
going to be thrown out before the ink's dry.
Dude, it's so bad. They're so bad at this. They're so corrupt. They're so stupid. It's like, at this point, how much, dumber can this get? Like, I just saw Letitia James. She went after Trump for not disclosing his tax records.
Yeah.
She's in a court battle, and guess what she's doing? Not disclosing her fucking tax records. You know what I mean?
Kidding. Yeah.
No way, right? Like, oh, Jesus. Adam Schiff, did you see that one where Tulsi Gabbard released
yes
the frickin' truth, the proof, the documented proof that Adam Schiff and the former AG were setting Trump up with the first impeachment, the very first impeachment that Trump went through?
Yeah.
Like, it's just, the hits keep on coming.
With
it's
his
corruption.
buddy Swalwell.
Yes, it's corruption and fraud. Oh, hey, what happened to Swalwell recently, bro? That's priceless.
He's fine.
Yeah, everything's fine. Everything's fine. He'll still be able to come back from that.
Get out. They needed him to get out of the jungle primary.
Yeah,
and guess
dude.
what? He was no longer useful for them, and they fucking dumped him.
He's a useless idiot now. So I mean, it's different than useful, apparently.
Yeah.
But dude, these fucking people in Washington, bro, they're so scummy. They've served with the guy forever. They know what the fuck.
They all knew about it. They all knew about it.
Who was the fucking, was it Ortega? I think he came out. They're like best buddies or whatever.
That guy from Arizona.
Yeah, and they're like super buds, man, and they're like do everything together. Like they're the ones that took those bare-chested pictures together. You remember that shit back in the day?
Yeah, but was that in like the Middle East or something? Did they take a bunch of money from was it? I don't remember who they were taking money from.
I thought it was gifts. They took gifts and like were bitching about Trump taking gifts or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And they themselves got caught.
Yeah.
But that guy, apparently, he comes out on a fucking apology tour and he's like, I had no idea Eric Swalwell was a piece of shit.
Did you
Did
you watch that video?
Yeah, dude.
It's painfully awkward.
I know, dude. Everyone in there is just like shaking their heads, man. Like, oh, come on, bro. Come on. We know what
this is. It took you 3 days and this is what you came up with?
This is it, bro. Like, you might as well have had an aide come out and speak for you. It's so bad. And the hits keep coming, man. They're so fucking bad at this game and they're so dumb that it's just like, or maybe it's not that they're dumb. They just got away with it for so long that they got comfortable, right? Complacency kills. And I think they were just so fucking complacent because that was the norm. That was the swamp. That was the whole thing. Like, Washington insiders got to do whatever the fuck they wanted.
Yeah.
You could fucking sexually assault a chick and there's a slush fund to make it go away. And when the ethics committee got it, they buried it. And the media, they would never fucking cover it. There'd be fucking hush money given to the girl and there'd be NDAs freaking processed and she'd never be able to fucking talk about it, and that whoever that was would just get to keep on keeping on just like they were. Well, and it would happen again and again and again, and the media did nothing.
Well, the media was in on it.
Like, for sure.
Because they immediately afterwards, when everybody's like, well, how the nobody know this? They're all like, oh no, we've heard about this.
Yeah.
Like,
for sure.
What?
Why didn't you say anything?
Yeah.
Well, because, the good guys. That's why. They're the good guys. Oh, are they? It's insane, bro. Like, the amount of bullshit, and we've called it Operation Shield for so long that the media plays. You know what I mean? It's so disgusting, and it's so swampy, and it's just it's a fucking comedy routine daily if you just look at it like that. Like, who's the next dumbest? It was Jasmine Crockett. It is Ilhan Omar. It was Rashida Tlaib. It was Adam Schiff. It was freaking Jamie Raskin. Like, that dude. They're so fucking dumb, bro.
Yeah.
It's the shit they say is like, if it wasn't so hilarious, it would just be so fucking sad for this country. But I don't know, man. It is what it is at this point. No fixing it. We can't get rid of them. Somehow, some way, 50% of the morons in this country keep electing those people into office. And I don't think that's true either.
Yeah.
I think it's probably like 20 and they just make
So-
up the other 30.
Well, all right. So interesting transition there, because I've got this. I was waiting for. I knew it was going to come up, so I was waiting for a time. But Harmeet Dillon, the Assistant Attorney General for Civil Rights,
Oh, I saw this, yeah.
and on Fox News this morning said, if you thought the Medicare fraud, talking about Minnesota, say if you thought the Medicare fraud was bad, just wait until we've exposed the election fraud. Now, they also just had Cash saying on one of the networks that they're rolling in the conspiracy. They're rolling in the election stuff to the conspiracy against Trump, and that they have all the evidence they need, and there will be arrests soon.
Would that not be just the coolest fucking thing to see? I mean,
Let me find the tweet, and I'll read for it word for word. No, it'll take me forever to find it.
I don't even know what I would do if that were the truth. Like, if that really happens, because I've waited for this for so long, and it would go a long ways in restoring my faith. Honestly, it would.
So on the same program that
Okay.
Harmeet Dillon said what she said this morning. It says FBI Director Kash Patel just confirmed that they are folding the stolen election into the entire grand conspiracy cases and promises that arrests are coming. Quote, we've got all the evidence. I can announce on your show that we've got all the information we need. We're working with our prosecutors at DOJ under AG Todd Blanche, and we are going to be making arrests. It is coming, and I promise it's coming soon.
So, sidebar to that, there was some talk that what's her face was ousted because she told Chuck Schumer this was coming. Bondi. Yeah.
Okay.
So the rumor mill was that Pam Bondi gave Chuck Schumer the heads up that arrests were inbound, investigations were coming their way for a lot of this stuff that's going on, and Trump found out about it, and Trump was like, "Nope, sorry,
Yeah.
we're not doing this bullshit. We're not playing this game.
Yeah.
I don't care if you did it as a courtesy. We're not having any insiders. Get the fuck out. You're done."
Mm-hmm.
And,
I believe that for sure, because
Yeah.
there was rumors that she gave other heads ups on other things to
Well, I'm sure she did.
her Democratic friends.
Yeah, I'm sure she did. And so now she's out, right? I mean, she's gone, and we'll see what happens. But it would be insane because we've waited for this. They're like, I've said this over and over and over again. There's no one that's going to tell me the shit I saw on that election night in 2020 didn't happen. You know what I mean? Where they kick everybody out, they pull out ballots from underneath the table in a tough box, and the lady runs them through the scanner like 6 times, however many times it was. And then all the lost ballots, the chain of custody that wasn't there, the poll watchers that weren't allowed to question or watch, they were separated. When they did question, they got removed. The drop boxes, the ballot drop boxes, that lady in that company that bought all the frickin' metadata to show that the same people were going to the same drop boxes over and over and over again that were ballot harvesting. All the ballot boxes were supposed to have cameras on them, and only like 4 or 5% of the cameras actually worked.
Yeah, they weren't working.
Yep. Then they lost the ballots, right? So and then they refound a bunch of ballots, and they were Trump's. Now the investigation is that, hey, these ballots aren't legit. They're not the right paper. They're not perforated, and they frickin' don't have a tracking stamp on it. So they're fake ballots. Even before the election, we knew that the Chinese were sending fake ballots over here to help. It's like, how dirty does this go? And when you look at the totality of it, like, let's just run down a timeline. Like, Trump comes down the escalator, right? Day one, he's like, I'm being spied on. I'm being spied on, right?
Yeah.
My campaign is being spied on. We find out Hillary Clinton hires Glenn Simpson from Fusion GPS. He hires Christopher Steele, a former British MI6 agent, to go and create a dossier on Trump. He goes over and gets some Russian dude to frickin' spill the beans about some fake shit. He gives it to an FBI agent who then brings it back over, who leaks it to the media, so the media has the fucking information. The media reports it at the same time that the FBI goes before a FISA court, and the FISA court, they say, the FBI says, look, the leaked information that we just leaked, they're reporting on it, so it must be true. We need a fucking wiretap. And they fucking tap Trump's phones.
Wiretap.
And then they go into the whole this Russia bullshit with James Comey and all that bullshit between Clapper and Brennan. Then you had the Intel group saying all this, like, Trump's bad, he's not a good guy. We have Schumer coming out and saying the Intel has 6 ways from Sunday to get back at you if you frickin' go against them. I mean, there's so much shit. And then it goes into Adam Schiff's impeachment, which we now know is made up and it was fake, and that Adam Schiff had actually coached or brought the frickin' whistleblower on board and told him what to do. We know that the whistleblower didn't even have the ability to whistleblow because there was no government regulation that said you could blow the whistle against Trump unless you had direct knowledge, and he didn't hear it. He heard it from a guy who heard it from a guy. You know, I heard it from a friend.
Third-hand information.
Third-hand information. And so then they create the impeachment, and then the Democrats go down to the basement of the Capitol and have the frickin' sergeant of the guard block the doors. Republicans aren't allowed in, and the Democrats come up with the plan and the witnesses to impeach Trump, and then they'd say, yep, you guys can question him, but they wouldn't let Trump's defense question anything. And so it just kept going and going and going. And then that leads into an election where you have Trump going ahead of time saying, hey, listen, the Dominion voting machines, they can be hacked. They can be, you know, the results can be changed. There's so much bullshit. What do you have? Oh, my. Oh, it's a duck.
Oh.
Let me see it. Look at this. My daughter just brought me a duck.
What the fuck? That's a little one.
It's a baby duck.
Yeah.
It's pretty cute, actually.
Yeah.
So yeah, all of this, all of it, man, like it just goes down the timeline, and then you have George Soros buying the other side of the voting machines. I mean, like, it's just stacked up, right?
And then buying all the DAs, getting all the DAs in.
Yep. After the election to go after him. Now it's legal warfare, it's lawfare, right? And then they, like Letitia James and all those saying, elect me, I'll go after Trump, I'll find a crime. Okay, so they do that, and I mean, it just continues and continues and continues and continues. And eventually what you're left with is what we have, which is a pissed off Trump with a Kash Patel who's motivated, with frickin' AG who's going to go after you, with a Pete Hegseth who's like, fuck this, let's make the military great again, with an intel operation with Tulsi Gabbard and Ratcliffe, who are exposing everything and actually doing their jobs for the first time.
Everything.
And now, like, listen, I'm not, like, I already said that there's a lot of praises to be sung for this administration. Wouldn't vote for Trump again as a person, but what he's doing is reshaping what was broken.
Yeah.
And
exposing the broke.
Yep.
The rot.
And fixing the corruption that has bled us dry, right? I mean, we are so bled dry. So, I mean, like, that timeline of events, like, that level of shit, I can't wait. I mean, I honestly can't wait if the arrests actually happen.
We'll see.
My fear, my worry is that there will be no big arrests. It'll be like a poll watcher, or it'll be like some lady who ran a tabulator, or like some person in a chain of custody. And it's like, you motherfuckers, you did it again.
Some foreign national that's,
sure,
you know, whatever.
A couple illegal voters, you know what I mean? And if that's what they do, I'm going to be like, you fucking Epstein fuckers. You just did it with the fucking voting shit too. Like, it better be big, and it better be bold, and it better, like, make sure that everybody sees it. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't fucking put somebody's head on a pike, it's not going to matter.
I saw on there that they're talking they're going to do it so that forces Thune to get the SAVE Act passed.
That would be helpful. I mean, we need the SAVE Act.
I think it'll end up being a bunch of foreign nationals that they charge so that they can say, like, hey, look, they did all this stuff with ballots. We need voter ID.
Oh, my God. Look at this. She's back again.
What do you got now?
Give me this one. This is the other duck.
Oh man. Yeah. You got 2 ducks.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's my life.
Yeah. Sweet.
She'll walk around and the things will follow her around. It's crazy.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, she's like the mom now, and it's really weird.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, dude, there's so much, bro, and it's like, it probably at some point will make. You remember the movie JFK with Kevin Costner?
Yeah.
It's like a 4-hour long movie, and it was a great movie. Like I love that movie.
Super long.
A great movie though. Like
Yeah.
a really really good movie. There's going to be a movie if this happens very similar to this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe 20, 30 years down the line, whatever it is, but this is going to be a movie at some point.
Mm-hmm.
And there's just so fucking much of it, dude. There's so much just in the, the freaking 12 years that Trump has had, or he will have had to endure this, right?
Yeah.
The 4 he was elected, the 4 he wasn't, and then what he's going through now.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, they're still like, hey, let's use the whatever amendment, the 23rd or 25th amendment to get him
25th,
out.
yeah.
And
well, the problem for Congress is it's not up to Congress.
right, it's yeah, I don't know. Who knows, man, but it's just insane.
Yeah.
The fact that like somehow, and I told my mom this too, I was like, your generation really fucked this country up. And she's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
I'm like, you guys were really asleep at the fucking wheel. Like
Yeah.
you hippie fucks got high and stopped giving a fuck and just let them do whatever they wanted.
Yeah.
No one kept tabs. And now, thank God, you know what's stopping this is social media.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why they fucking hate social media. That's why they did the whole COVID push with like, no, you can't say that. No, sorry, Zuckerberg, get rid of that person. Shadow ban them. They can't have a platform.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, that's what's saving this country if this country ever does truly become a better place and it gets saved. It's social media and the Nick Shirleys of the world.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's everybody else, like the people we know, who continue to talk about it and pass it around. Because if you tell 5 people and they tell 5 people and then they tell 5 people, that's how you get information out now. And it's usually on social media, right? So
Yeah.
that's the importance of it. It's podcasts. It's podcasts like the bigger ones, like the Rogans and the frickin' Sean Ryans and, the PB, what is it, Patrick Bet David?
Yep. Patrick Bet David.
It's him. It's the guys like that. It's the Tim Pools of the world and the Tucker Carlsons. Like that dude, I don't know how he hasn't been assassinated yet. They fucking hate him.
Yeah.
So they're getting out, they're doing the hard work. The Candace Owens, and like all those people, like they're doing the hard work, and it gets millions of likes and it gets reshared, and that's what is happening. We're kind of one step at a time exposing this shit, and now you don't need a media apparatus. Fuck the media. It's obsolete. We are the media now, all of us. So
For sure.
I can't wait. I hope that's true because we need it, man.
Yeah. But
Well, yeah, I suppose we've been talking for 2 hours now, so we should probably wrap up, eh?
yeah, we should probably wrap up. You gotta get to bed at some point. Yeah.
I'm tired.
But
Well, hit him
right
with
on.
it, man.
All right, check us out. Website bluecollartakes.com. Social medias, we're on Truth, X, Facebook, YouTube.
Yep. Fuck
So,
YouTube.
Fuck YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. But
Well, right
Right
on.
on.
Thanks everyone for joining in, and we'll catch you on the next one.
yeah, thanks everybody.
Thanks for listening to Blue Collar Takes. Oh, and fuck YouTube.